Hello. Okay, warning, I said some wild stuff in this video. We listen and we don't judge. And have a good day. Zippity doo dah. I hope you had a good Valentine's Day weekend. Also, while you was out there, I hope you slung that meat responsibly. And if you had some punani out there, I hope you spread it out reasonably. And also, last and foremost and most important, do not be going here making no damn babies that you're gonna be surprised about in the next 9-10 months. But anyway, this video is going to be about love. Not any type of love, but some evil ass love. Some evil tricks that I never even thought of until now. I sat back during Valentine's Day, minding my business like I normally do. No, I don't. I really don't mind my business. But I sat there, thought to myself, what other iconic people that has like interesting storylines, love stories that I expect to happen, and other scandalous things in the community. And I thought to myself, deep down in my poor memory bank, people who know me personally, look, I am sorry. I got a shitty memory. I'm working on myself. I'm going to therapy. But I thought about Aku. Remember Aku from Samurai Jack? In this video, let's go over Aku. Who is Aku and why ultimately, for some weird reason, for a period of time, Aku turned into a female. And I guess Aku loved it so much that he became a female like how many times? Like 1, 2, 3, 4 times at this point. Let's talk about Aku and him ended up being a bad bitch. First things first, I have a disclaimer. Yeah, I see y'all. I'm gonna need you to go down there. You see them buttons down there? Yeah. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Yeah, all that. Yeah. I need you to hit one of those because if you do not, this is going to happen to you.
Oh, master, please forgive me.
No. You have been warned. I remember this show like it was yesterday. It was simple. You follow the journey of Samurai Jack, who was sent to the distant future, crazy future too, by Aku, who is a powerful shape-shifting demon. Wild. And you see him trying to fuck with Jack throughout his whole entire journey. But his primary goal, Jack's primary goal, is to return to the past and stop Aku's hating ass from taking over the world. The show was iconic back in the day though. If you have not seen it, go see it because it has unique visuals, very simple dialogue, immense storytelling, and it was cinematic. You saw the adventure, you saw the different creatures, you saw the different storylines together, and then you see a bad bitch named Aku randomly. There are many villains throughout this TV series, but Aku is the main antagonist, the main hater. Let's take a look at Aku's backstory. Aku's an ancient being. I ain't gonna go all down his family tree and all that shit. I don't even know if I know his family tree. Anyway, besides the point, this is going to sound cliche, but Aku existed because he was born from a fragment of the cosmic. Pure evil. Isn't that what all evil niggas are made of? Pure evil. Dark essence. Dark forces. This dark essence crashed into Earth into a black mass. His primary color on his body is black and he has a red, green, white face. And just like your typical villains, he started spreading mass destruction. It's in the villain handbook. It just makes sense. Now you're sitting here, okay, he came onto Earth as a black mass. I'm sure it caused a shockwave. Yes, people's aware about his evil ass presence, and the Emperor, which is Samurai Jack's dad, attempted to destroy it with a sacred arrow. You know, back in the day, had magic going on. They knew how to stop these beings, from my understanding. Now the sacred arrow was latched by this evil, and the combination of the evil and that sacred arrow manifested and turned into Aku. And this event gave Aku his demonic shape-shifting abilities, and he set his path to conquering and causing chaos. Like what evil niggas do. It just makes sense. Now fast forward through the timeline, you know, typical destruction, death, everything like that. When Samurai Jack got sent to that portal, Aku knew he survived, and throughout that time, Aku tried his damage throughout the whole entire series to make sure that he remains in absolute power. I know you're sitting here thinking, how did Jack get to this dystopian future? How he get there? Let me tell you real quick. Aku was able to send Samurai Jack into the future by opening a time portal. I know when Aku did that, he rubbed his hands like Birdman because he knew exactly what he'd done. He secured his reign and he wreaked havoc. He's not going to pull no punches trying to keep Jack away from him. How did Aku keep Samurai Jack away from the past? Well, I looked at the 5 different seasons and the 52 total episodes approximately, and I came to a conclusion. I know all the answers, and I'm not always right. But one thing I do know, I know a few methods that he did to keep Samurai Jack away. Now, if this gonna be an hour-long video, absolutely not. I know y'all do not want to hear my ass for an hour, but I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Look, I know my capabilities, and I know I'm short on patience, but I do not know how Samurai Jack did it for 5 seasons and 52 episodes, but I would have gave up because Aku sent assassins and bounty hunters after him. He kept destroying time portals. He also had people guarding time portals. He played mind games and psychological warfare. Look, I would have gave up, sat down for a second, drunk some Casamigos, and just withered my life away. Also, he had corrupted societies, and he also ruled over the land, so he always kept interfering with his endeavors. And then he also used time against him. There was some point that Jack H lost hope a little bit, which would have been me. Would have been me. But out of all these things, all of these methods, I would have never thought Aku, a couple times he did this, he would shapeshifted and deceived him into be a bad bitch. Before I talk about one of my favorite episodes that have one of my favorite transformations from Aku, yes, I want to lay the net down. He has other transformations. He's been other people, other places, other things. He could do anything in this world because he reigns over it. This one, he was a woman named Ikra. If I was Samurai Jack, she came into my life, I'm over here fighting, surviving. I'm not taking a lot of leisure. And I see her, I'm going to turn my head. It just makes sense. Aku transformed himself in order to keep Samurai Jack at bay. Remember, his whole goal, this entire thing, no ifs, ands, or buts. I realized the hard way. No ifs, ands, or buts. Aku is serious. He do not want Samurai Jack to undo his power. Jack and the Warrior Woman was in season 1, episode 6. And episode starts off with Jack continuing his journey, his long journey. Damn. Back to the past. He enters a vast desert landscape. If it was me, I would have freaked out, would have died of starvation and, thirst. It's a fucking desert. He's searching for a rumored jewel that's supposed to be powerful and help him with his quest to defeat hated ass Aku. And this jewel is said to be housed in a dangerous and ancient temple. You know how these TV shows and movies do it? They can't give you anything easy. I'm sorry, Jack, but you gotta go to that fucking temple. During his journey, though, he meets a mysterious and very, striking, visually appealing, skilled woman named Ikra. I'm not being thirsty, but I just wanted to have a good description of Ikra. So don't come for me. Don't come for me. I'm just trying to give her the respect that she deserves, or I could deserve. Damn. She's tall, slendered, a little bit thick. I see them hips. Hey, look, I can say that. I'm a female. I can do this. And she has a curved sword, which I would have been suspicious off the bat. There have been hints throughout this whole episode that Aku is throwing out there, showing that I'm not who I'm cracked up to be. Her voice was slightly suspicious. It kind of reminded me of Aku's usual tone, but I can't fully lean into that clue. Another thing, Ikra was explaining her backstory. It was slightly suspicious that your father too fought Aku and lost, and now he's in prison in like some ring of fire somehow, and you're on a quest for this magical jewel, air quotes, to set your father free. I don't know. And as you watch Ikra's fight, her fighting movements and her attacks are somewhat unnatural and exaggerated a little bit. She was fighting like she was raised by UFC fighters and WWE people. What the fuck? If I was looking at that, I'm like, did she have a little magic? Is she enchanted? Jack, I need to talk to you one-on-one. Don't you find it suspicious that you find is this woman in the desert looking for the same thing as you, have a similar backstory, kind of attractive? I would have been suspicious. I would be like, who are you? And where are you from? And what's that number? I'm just kidding. But no, I would have put somebody through a loyalty test. If somebody was to come along with me through a journey, through an adventure, and you're trying to help me, allegedly, trying to help the cause, yeah, I'm going to put you through a few loyalty tests. That's what the fuck happens. That's a part of the script. That's what all the TV shows and movies do. Also, I think Aku invaded one of Jack's dreams because in Jack's dream, Ikra appeared. Okay, she looked very nice, elegant, but for some reason, the dream seemed like he was dreaming of her in a romantic manner, but I can't really fully put my finger on it. But eventually she manifests into like something sinister, which would have hinted to Jack, look, your intuition is telling you something. Like I mentioned, I can't fully put my finger on if this dream was romantic in the way that I'm thinking is romantic. So if y'all have a different interpretation, let me know. But I'm thinking it's a wet dream. I'm thinking he bricked up. I'm sorry. And if that was the case, Aku, you one evil ass bitch. Oh, and since we're on a dream topic, I just realized realize if he's dreaming about Ikra, right? That means he's probably developing feelings for Ikra. Throughout their journey, I will give it to Aku, aka Ikra. Ikra was able to show that she's able to pull her weight and be a fighter, and she's a force to be reckoned with, and she has combat skills just like Jack to fend off anything and everything that gets in her way. So she was a good right hand person. I'm gonna say right hand man. Or maybe I should say right hand man. Throughout the desert, Jack and Ikra was all together, navigating, traversing, surviving. There was in harsh conditions, and they were relying on each other to stay alive. Some moments, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm overreacting, but no, I'm telling you, there were some flirtatious moments. I need to go back to watch episode to figure out who initiated the flirtation first. Was it Ikra, aka Aku, or was it Samurai Jack? They kept running into raiders, creatures, beasts, but they were together in sync. But I do want to ask you, Jack, you didn't get suspicious about the attack she was doing and how she was slaying these creatures easily? You know, even you sweat a little bit sometimes in those battles, but she weren't really sweating that much. I don't know. Eventually they did reach a said temple. At some point during Aku, aka Ikra, you had an opportunity to ice out Jack. We could have ended this whole TV series on episode 6, season 1. I guess you had an implant. I don't know. I know what your implant was. I thought you were trying to secure your power. We listen, but we don't judge. If I'm trying to secure my power, I'm reigning over everything. I am the end all be all, right? If I'm trying to keep somebody who I know can defeat me at bay, I'm throwing Punani out there and I'm throwing it back viciously. I would rather have him whip underneath my spell. He never going back to the past. I know for a fact that Aku didn't do that because this episode, Jack and the Warrior Woman, yeah, this happened season 1, episode 6. So that means Aku didn't try that hard. That's what I realized. One of Aku's weaknesses is that he has arrogance and his head blows up really, really easily. He gets very much sidetracked by his power and the abilities that he has. And I bet he was soaking wet, noticing that he had the power to save Jack, or he had the power to let him just die, wither away. I get it. Aku wasn't really focused like that. Actually, were either y'all focused? Was Jack focused? Was Aku focused? My bad. Let's keep on going. She went ahead and transformed into Aku and revealed who he truly was, and he was just trying to manipulate him to get the jewel before he did. Not only Aku messed with this man psychologically, he went even further with the torment by him mocking Jack. That's diabolical. Hey, Aku buddy, you win. You was already manipulating him. You was getting in his head. Hey, you almost got into his pants. I don't know where y'all was going, but hey, you win. And at the end of the episode, after all their altercation, I felt so bad because the episode ends with Jack in the desert, looking out to the abyss, knowing that he has to continue on his journey, and he got no psychic anymore. He has nobody to go along with him. He just got to keep pushing forward. I know this video all over the place, but one thing I want you to take away from this video, one point I want you to know, is that Aku will go to great lengths to make sure Jack did not impede on his power. He decided to be a woman, put her across Jack's path to hopefully distract him, kill him, destroy him, or something. Aku didn't care. And like I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, yes, if Aku was for real serious, there were points of time that he technically could have took Jack out. Aku, you know the mission. You could stay on task. But hey, his ego is too big for him to even think about, let me just end all this. But if he would have did that, I now would have got 4 other great seasons of Samurai Jack. It was 5 total, 52 episodes. A lot of shit was happening, and Aku was raining down on Jack, and Jack was not able to take a damn break. I wish he would have booked a flight somewhere and just, just go on an island, drink some mimosas, but you can't. It's a dystopia. Damn. I sit back thinking about all my favorite villains. You think of Magneto, Scar, Pennywise, Freddy Krueger, Darth Vader, the Joker. So many villains, and not one of them. If you could find me one, let me know. But not one of them thought to themselves on an evil ass throne and said, you know what? I want my opt to suffer. I don't want them to succeed. What I'm gonna do? Be a female? None of them even said that. That's so crazy. And then to flirt with this man, and probably, or who knows, he did. I don't know what he did. Possibly gave Punani or not. I don't know. That is really diabolical. And because of that, Aku, you ain't shit. Okay. You really ain't shit for that. That's real crazy. That's real diabolical. Take a time out. I think I rambled on too much, but hey, Thank you for watching this YouTube video. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you want some more videos, I made a bunch of playlists. Welcome to my dysfunctional channel. This is a dysfunctional family.